the front down just a smidge. No. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Settings. Got my do not disturb on. Okay. Hi, Beth. Trying to find my video so I can get comments pulled up. And for whatever reason on my iPad, it'll only show top comments. Like I can't change the settings to all comments. I don't know. Like normally on my phone, there's like a button I can click. I gotta get the remote to the air. It is hot in here. You're gonna get to learn a lot, or you know, see me as a hot mess, because I just got home at 2:30 and printed my pattern, cleaned off my table so I can cut my pattern. I still have to thread my serger, but I do have it in place, but it has white thread on it. So normally I probably wouldn't care, but the fabric I'm using, I think black would work better. This is my fabric that I'm going to be making or using, and I've had it, I don't know, I've probably had this fabric 8 years, like no lie. So Chloe has a school project and she had to have a new poster board for her project, and so we had to go to Dollar Tree and get new poster board, and then we went to the one closest to the house and it was closed temporarily, and then so we had to go to the next one, which is a little further away, and then we stopped back by Aldi, picked up a few groceries, took my nasty car through the car wash, and then now I'm here. Okay, so I am going to, let's see if I can pull up the pattern on here. So the pattern is called the Gone Batty Top, and it's a free pattern from Patterns for Pirates, or P4P. I have a lot of their patterns. They're great. And this one is free. So this is what we're making. Super cute. I've been wanting to make it for a while. So when I went in to buy the pattern, it told me that I already owned it in my orders. And I actually went back and looked, and I bought it in 2018. Even though it's free, I didn't actually buy it. It's not complicated, Beth. It's actually really easy. There's no hemming involved. It's one size and a neckband and 2 side seams.
Like not a good one, like the pink one. The light pink one. Because I was going to use it to...
Right here.
Thank you.
So yeah, so I'm gonna put my fabric to the side, and I still have to put my pattern together. So I'm gonna tilt the phone down so you can see what I'm doing, but it's probably gonna chop off my head. We went to Dunkin' while we were out. I got the pumpkin spiced signature latte. And the pumpkin spice munchkins, the little donut holes, they're so good. All right. Okay. Tell me if that looks good, Beth. It looks good from here. There's one on the desk in that cup. So when you print these out, they do layer, not edge to edge. So I've seen some people like use a glue stick. And most of their patterns that you purchase will come with like a layout guide, but since this one is like a free pattern, it doesn't actually have like the normal written download directions that you would get, but you just like this side has the line and this side doesn't, you just overlap it. It does have written directions, it's just on the blog and not like a PDF document that you get when you buy a pattern that's paid for. But I've seen people like glue that edge and tape it down, and I only usually tape where I need to, not the whole thing. But they're all numbered and you just line them up and go for it. So, and then I have like a stack of, I fold these up when I'm done with them in case I'm gonna, especially if it's something I'm gonna make like a lot of, like leggings or a dress or something, I just fold them up and put them like in an envelope. Like, so I understand this part. See, Beth? Not complicated. But I used, like, old me, like when I first started making clothing, like with knit fabrics, I would print the entire pattern, like all the written directions and everything. But bag maker Liz has an iPad that doesn't have any storage. Hey Nikki, we're making our bat top, and I'm even wearing my bat sweatshirt, and I have my bat earrings. So yeah, this is actually, I feel like, a really simple pattern. So it should be quick to make, like, stealing it. So the sweatshirt is a DTF transfer. And I want to say I got it from CSDS Vinyl. They sell like screen print transfers and DTF transfers, and then I don't even know what all. They sell, you know, like vinyl sheets if you have like a Cricut or Silhouette or whatever. So, and then they do like, I think it's Tuesdays, they do $1 designs or whatever. And you can, the one color designs or $1 designs are usually one color. So you can really rack up if you want those. So now that we got our sections taped together, we're just gonna overlap all of it into one. And now I know, let's see, I gotta cut this one side off. I'm gonna cut it off of that side. And no, this is not my fabric rotary. This is specifically for paper rotary. When I change my blade on my normal rotary, I will put it on this one and use it to cut out my paper patterns. And that one didn't have a line on it for some reason, so I'm just going to use my ruler to make sure I get it straight. Normally they don't have that like that. You don't normally have to cut anything off, you just overlap it, but anyway. A fabric rotor. Oh, I did change my nails again. So I had the Hocus Pocus nails, and I was really, I normally go every 2 weeks, and it usually works out. I go on Friday evening after I get off from work, and because they're usually dead, like it's completely dead in there. Like they don't have anybody usually in there. And I was going to try and like stretch it to 3 weeks and go next Friday, because then it would be the 1st and I could just switch over to like pumpkin Halloween, or from Halloween to pumpkin fall Thanksgiving. And she had told me the last time I was there that I needed to get a new set, and so I was about to lose half of them, so I just went ahead and went Friday night. Chloe had a football game, so it ended up working out because I went and got my nails done and then went to her game. And then, so yeah, I had to end oh, little bats. That's cute. So yeah, CSDS Vinyl. I'll link them in the description after the live is over. They have some great designs, and they have like, they carry like their seasonal designs, like even Halloween and Easter and stuff all the time. It's not like something that you can only get during the season, but you order them, they ship it to you, and then you just press it on the shirt. So all you need is a heat press. Now on my sweatshirt that I had on in my video yesterday, I made my own gang sheet with Ninja transfers because Brittany at the Emporium has an affiliate with them. And that was the first time I had ever ordered from them, but they came out super good. And now I have a stack of cat Halloween sweatshirts. Laminated cardstock printers, and then went to get another one. Beth, I'm not organized. I'm a hot mess. And this thread is bothering the crap out of me. Sorry. But I don't like to cut my patterns with scissors because I feel like it takes too long. And like I feel like I can cut this out much faster with the rotary. Plus, I feel like it helped hone my rotary skills. So there is that. So, and then my earrings are from a company, they're acrylic cutouts. They're from a company called 4Keeps. And they do like leather, I'm not sure, they may be faux vinyl. Like dangle earrings. And I have a bunch of them. I don't wear them as much anymore as I used to. For several years, it was like all I wore. But I got several Halloween ones a couple years ago, so I wear them quite a bit. But these are, they added in acrylic earrings. So they're lightweight, even though they're a little bigger, which now that I'm, you know, getting older, I don't like huge earrings, but if they are bigger, I don't want them to be heavy. Thanks. Thanks, baby. Chloe says I'm not old.
You're not old, you get like 80.
Nikki, I don't know what. Oh. Okay. Beth says she needs to practice her rotary skills.
I need to practice my rotary skills.
So in the like blog directions for the pattern, you don't actually have to like cut this whole big piece out. You can just cut out the like circle skirt part, and then it has like a template for you to do like the bat wing cutout from, like you would only have to print this one page if you wanted to do it. But I feel like printing the whole thing and cutting it from this is going to be quicker, because then I don't have to measure anything. I can just lay it on my fabric and go. So. Okay. Starting to cool off a little bit now. This weather we're having is crazy. Chloe's competition yesterday, it was 90 degrees outside. Which, I mean, I know I'm in Alabama, but it's not normally that warm this late in the year. And usually the week of Halloween, it like really cools off. Like I know Halloween last year was, like every year it seems like Halloween is cold.
Did you, Mommy?
Yeah, honey.
Did you know that Friday, my football game, this past Friday, Mr. Bailey said it is like the hottest day in October that hasn't been reported.
Okay, so we have two pieces. We have this and we have this. This is our neckband, and you don't even have to cut this out if you don't want to, because we can just measure. You just have to make sure you, if you don't cut it on the fold, that you double it. So, and then this one is, like, if you've never cut it, it's a double fold. So we're gonna do that. And then, and it even tells you on the pattern how to fold your fabric, like on this, like, cutout. How to fold your fabric to cut it. So, trying to move some stuff out of my way so I can get the extra space on my table here to cut. Yeah, it's really weird because we had some days last week where, like, in the morning when I got ready to leave for work, it was like 38, 39. We had frost. And then this last week, it's been just really warm. So, all right, I'm going to lay this over here out of the way. And we're done with my paper rotary. And I have my fabric. It has bats, Nikki. And I learned a long time ago when I started ordering knit fabric, especially in the quantities that I was buying it in, to wash it as soon as I brought it, like open the package, I wash it. So, isn't it adorable? And I've never used it. That's what I was telling Beth. I probably, no joke, have had this for 8 years. Well, no, I guess it maybe hasn't been that long. Let's see. It's been at least 6. So,
if you've had it for 8 years, it would be since Emmy was born.
Yeah. Well, I might have had it longer than 8 then. It is adorable. So it's already pre-washed.
She always pre-washes her fabric as soon as she gets it from the store.
So I'm just getting it all. I just folded it all hodgepodge because I think this is either 3 or 4 yards of fabric. So it's a lot, and we're not going to need that much. Maybe I'll make Emmy some leggings. She would love that. Or maybe a nightgown, because she had a fit the other day because they had pajama day at school. And she's like, I don't have any Halloween pajamas.
You can make her a nightgown with some shorts to go underneath it.
Yeah. Alright, I'm still moving stuff around. Well, Nikki is probably not available anymore anyway, because the majority of, I haven't bought knit well, I take that back. I did buy some custom knit here a couple months ago because it was Squishmallows. Enough. But I haven't, like, really bought knit fabric in several years. And the company that I used to buy all of my knits from was So English, and they're not in business anymore. So this would have been from them. And Amanda's Bundles has awesome knit fabrics and similar prices and stuff. And she carries some of the prints, I believe, that So English carried, because Amanda was part of So English. But anyway. So this material is double brush poly. It's pretty much French terry is probably my favorite base when I'm working with knits. But double brush poly is probably my fave. Because you normally, now if you're somebody that's like really hot natured, not cool. Because you will sweat to death in some DVP. I just want to make sure that this is going to be, yeah, okay. I thought so, but I wanted to double check because I don't want to spend all this time folding this and it not be right. So the biggest thing with knit fabrics, as you can see, this fabric is very stretchy. So I'm just kind of letting it lay. And then I'll do my best to get as many of the wrinkles out as possible. And then I just kind of like pick it up like that. And then once you get it to where you want it, you can try to, like I usually just will like pat it. It works much better because you just kind of have to shake it because you can end up with wrinkles like on the back and you won't be able to see them but you can feel them. And then we have to fold this again too because it's on a double fold. So, but yeah, I feel like, I've used a lot of different bases in knit fabrics, but I feel like French terry is one of my faves, but the problem with it usually doesn't have enough recovery to be used for like neck bands or waistbands, like if you're making leggings or whatnot. But if you're using like double brush poly, it can be used for everything, so you can match. So, like if I was doing really good, I would have had this cut out already, but you know, y'all want to see this part too, right? So, all right, now I'm just going to pull this up and fold it back that way. So now, well, I don't think I folded it far enough down. I have 2 goals for 25. Get better with my rotary cutter and use my serger. Yes, Beth. So, I think I'm gonna add fun facts about Liz into my videos when I'm doing pre-recorded stuff, so it'll give me something to talk about. So when I first started sewing with knits, I had a Brother SE 325. It's a sewing and embroidery machine. I bought it before Chloe was born, and she is now 13. And it was my only sewing machine for years. And then I bought myself for Christmas a cover stitch and a serger.
What about me?
The original brother I bought it before you were born. And then I was so intimidated to learn to use it that I left it sitting in the box for over a year. And then my friend, I was messaging with her about something, and she was like, stop what you're doing right now, open that box, and set it up. And I did, and I never went back, and it's amazing. Dang, Nikki, you're gonna do all of that in 2025?
I'm so sad.
Shh.
Oh.
Okay, so I still got to pull this down some more because it's still not long enough. My iPad's over here in the corner so I can read the comments in it. Here's hoping. Well, you keep releasing them patterns, girl, and you might get there. You've been on a roll. So, I feel like I'm struggling with this fabric a little bit. Let's see. It's wanting to fight me. It's not too late, Nikki. You could still get one this year. There's still 2 months left. We actually have a, I don't know why they do it, sewing and vacuums together. But it's a sewing center, local here. And, I mean, like 10 minutes from the house, local. And they carry all kind of sewing machines and long arm quilting machines. And they don't carry industrials, but if you go in and you know what you want, they will order it for you. So I did some research when I decided to get my Juki, and then I went and got it last December. Well, I got both of them, but anyway, so you'd have to, like, at that point, I had never even sewn on an industrial, so I had no idea what I was doing, but I did it. But they are a partner with the Sewing and More credit card. And it has interest-free financing for 1 year. So as soon as I bought it, and like did everything, I figured up how much I needed to pay on it monthly to have it paid off by December. And then I just set it on auto pay every time I got paid. And it paid off last month, or last week actually. So I did good. But yeah. Yes, but you can't just use it anywhere. But it's called Sewing and More, and it's by Synchrony Bank. So that's what I did. Do not tell me these things. Christmas is gonna be fun. And your 9-year-old wants a... Girl, I wish. Okay, finally. I got it. I'm a little obsessive when it comes to the folding of the fabric, so I feel like that part always takes me the longest. But then I also figured out that that's probably like why I sew so slowly, especially when I was recording my video, because I'm like placing my clips perfectly, and yeah. But then I don't do things like measure rivet placements for straps. Like, okay, so we have a fold here, and we have a fold here. And I am lining up my fabric, or my pattern piece, on both of those folds. And somewhere I have some pattern weights. I think they are on the other side of my table. And no, they're not.
I made a smudge mark with my marker and with acrylic paint.
Okay. I have some little like rice like bags. Emily and I made them with the serger. They're great for practicing serger skills, Beth. But these are Cats versus Pickles, and they're like little bean bags, and they work great for pattern weights for clothing, not bag making. Cause you just, and you can't see it, but my air conditioner is on the wall. Hey Roberta, welcome. This is not an AO. There is an AO and a projector version. This was a traditional letter, US letter, and I taped it together. But yeah, Cats versus Pickles. Make great pattern weight. And I even got stitches. Zips isn't over here.
I think.
But
Zips on the table.
We're gonna get started. So I'm just going to start over here. I don't know. Oh yeah, you can see it. So good. I'm glad you are showing how you're hearing. I need to be more careful. Well, Beth, with this, it's a little more important that you be a little more precise because it's on that double fold. Because if you have like a wrinkle underneath, like on the back side, it'll show when you unfold it. And then this is not hemmed, so when you're cutting out these points down here at the bottom, you want to make sure that you are cutting them smoothly so you don't have a bunch of jagged edges. Now, I mean, if you end up with a spot, you can always take your scissors and trim it or whatever. It's not gonna fray. It's polyester.
I found zips I was using to hold down my poster board that ripped, so I could see it. I need to.
But yeah, so I take the scraps from these knits and just make like a 2" by 2" square bag, or like 2 pieces, sew them together and fill them with rice. Or if you have those plastic poly bead things, those work good too. And I think I need to change my blade on this rotary. All right, so now that we have that cut out, we're gonna come up here and we're gonna cut out this piece right here. And this is where our neck hole is going to be. I don't want that one. And then now I can pull these guys off and put them back in their basket. And then this would be fun for an elbow patch. And we are now done with our pattern. And we have our shirt. So, oh, let me, hi. So, neck hole, and then it's a bat. So I don't think I ever finished because, you know, I'm like, squirrel. DB-Pre is one of my favorite bases to work with when working with knits besides, like, French Terry. Because I feel like it's not... Oh, no, there's sewing required, Nikki. We're just minimal sewing. But, minimal sewing, but... there's like a rayon spandex and something else. They're very slinky feeling. Or silky or whatever you want to call it. So they're slippery. So if you don't have a lot of experience working with knits, using a fabric like that can be hard if it's, you know, like your first time using them, like any knit at all. So I always recommend using a, like a cotton. You'll hear it called cotton lycra or cotton spandex. Lycra is just the trade name for spandex. But don't buy the cotton lycra from Joann's because it doesn't have the same recovery for the neckband, because it'll just be kind of droopy, like, and you don't want that. You want the recovery because that's what makes it hold its shape. Like, you stretch it and it goes back. And then, like on this, since it's a one size fits most, like I'm gonna measure we're gonna take a measurement and that's what's gonna determine where it's fitted. But like, we cut out our little oval, something, whatever, from the neck. If you wanted this to be like a lower cut, you would just increase that distance. Like if you don't want it to be like up here, which it's not going to be anyway, but if it was too high up, you could increase it. You would just need to make your neckband longer. So now I need to find my piece for my neckband so that I can measure it so I know what I'm cutting out. Let's see. That ruler isn't long enough. Okay, so I think this, wherever I had it, right here, I think this section right here is going to be wide enough for us to get the cut that we need for our neckband. Okay. Oh, I lied. It's not. Let's see. All right. So we're gonna come over here and do that. Oh, yes it is. I'm a dork. Y'all ignore me. I don't need it on the fold because I measured the whole thing. The other thing about knit, so this is my, oh, you can't even see what I'm doing because I moved the camera up. Yes, Nikki, this is the craft cabin. I have a a tour video is pre-recorded. I take you through my whole space, but it's a 16 by 40, which I think is the biggest you can get. All right, I think y'all can see now. All right, so this is my selvage, And this most knit fabric has a vertical stretch and a horizontal stretch. Now, the horizontal stretch, which is the part that goes like across your body, is the one that you want to have the most. Now, double brush poly like this has usually comparable like vertical stretch and horizontal stretch, so it doesn't really matter. But if you're using a material that doesn't have like really good vertical stretch, you want to make sure that you are doing cutting like your neckband on the horizontal. So I have a lot of stuff, Nikki. And of course you lose some. So when we bought it, it wasn't finished. It was just studs. So once you do lose some of the square footage, not a lot, but some, when you add your insulation and your drywall and stuff. And I have a split unit air conditioner. It's on the other wall. But I have a pretty handy husband, and he did a lot of the work. Well, I didn't really do any of the work in terms of like getting it ready for me to be able to have a usable space. So he did all my electrical and insulation and drywall or sheetrock, then whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then I make his, anyway. So there's our neckband. All right. Did I measure that right? Because that does not look, because it's not long enough. Let me measure that again. I was like, there's no way that's gonna fit. I mean, like, it's because I read the measurement wrong on my neckband was 3 inches too short. So anyway, we can use the other side of our material here. 3 inches is a lot. Which means that ruler is not long enough. Ugh. Oh, you know what? I'll use this one. All right, let's try that again. Well, so it on my iPad, it doesn't give me an option to change the setting for messages. I don't, well, if it does, I don't see it. Playback speed, lock screen, additional settings. Maybe? No. It only has... Because usually it has like a little actual part of the video screen. Let's see. Usually it has like the little gear, like it does on my phone. And But I also think I'm still like limited with my live comments and stuff because I don't have enough subscribers, or at least unless they changed it. Let's see.
I can't find it. Oh, there it is.
Because I even went back out and went back in, and I don't know. Like, it used to have the gear, or like it would say top messages and it would be like underlined, and I could click it and it would let me change it. But yeah, it's not there. Oh, and let's see what's on my, there's nothing on, like it doesn't, oh, there's the comment box. Live chat. Hey, there we go. On my phone anyway. Sorry for making the phone shake. I wonder if I could do that same thing. I don't know what that did. Yeah, on my phone I have that too, but not on my iPad, and it's weird because I used to have it and now I don't. So, if you sent me a comment and I didn't see it, I'm sorry. Okay, now that I've, oh wait, no I didn't. Okay, now I can cut. Okay. Woo. I'll stop distracting. I think I lost Beth too. She's probably recording like her 5th video of the day already. All right, so I went ahead and folded this right sides together. She had 3 videos debut yesterday. Trying to sell tester pen on a mad hunt for my May. So I went ahead and folded this right sides together with the short ends matching. And I'm just gonna put 2 clips on there because we're gonna sew that and then we'll turn it and that'll be our neckband. And then I need to grab my tape measure so I can show you how we're gonna take the measurement that we need for our waist seam. And then we're gonna go sew.
Does that look okay, Mommy?
Yeah, it looks good. Chloe's out here working on a school project in the floor. Okay, so I have my measuring tape and we're going to take our high hip measurement and I think you can see so normally, which I don't have a butt, y'all, it is what it is, your high hip measurement would be like across your hip bones. So for me it's about 3 or 4 inches below my belly button, so it's going to be like right here. And then your hip measurement, which you would think that your hip bones would be your hip measurement, but it's not. The hip measurement is going to be like the fullest part, which is going to usually go across your booty. And I know from experience, mine is basically the same, but I'm still going to take the measurement anyway. And it looks like it's right at 37.5, so we're going to go with 38.
I'm almost done. All I have to do is draw my boxes and then I'm done. And then I get you to write the title.
Okay.
And then I do the rest at school tomorrow.
And then, because I suck at math, not really, but I don't want to think.
Awesome.
Alexa, what's 38 divided by 4?
38 divided by 4 is 9.5.
There we
By
go.
the way, you have a new notification.
Alexa,
Do you
dismiss.
want to hear it?
I feel like I've not had hardly any sewing time at all either, because between soccer and band, it's been limited. We had fall break, so they 2 weeks ago, so they only had one soccer game that week, and then so this past week we had 3. Yeah, Nikki, Alexa will do all the math for you. All right, I'm pulling up my directions. But yeah, between 3 soccer games and a football game and band competition, I think I sewed one night, which was Thursday night after the soccer game, so that I could record my tutorial. Because I recorded the first one and I made it wrong. So.
Literally, that is perfect.
I'm having to, let's see, how do I get my comments back? There we go. Okay. Okay. Finally got to the part that I needed. Try not to knock the stuff off on the other side of the table over there. All right, so we're gonna take our top, and it is still folded in half, but not in fourths. And this is our center. So I'm going to tilt this down a little more. Sorry for the hand. All right. And let's see. I am going to make my lines for our stitching for the waist, and then we'll go to the sewing machine. So I am going to measure out from the center line that 9.5 inches, because that's 1/4 of my hip measurement, my high hip. So let's see, I probably should take my bigger ruler here.
Oh my gosh.
So I can get my center, and then we're gonna go out. I know we got home at like 11 o'clock last night because the band competition was 2 hours away. And we got home and promptly changed into PJs and laid in the bed.
I had to take a shower.
Yeah.
Because I had hair gel in my hair.
Okay. Alright, I have my chalk marker and I'm going to mark my, whoop, my 9.5 right here. And then I'll make sure I'm doing it right. And then we're gonna take and we're gonna angle this in towards our center from that line. And it needs to be 12 inches long. So hopefully this will mark on here where I can see it. Okay, and then now I'm going to move my ruler over for my center. And we're going to repeat that on the other side. So if I can make this chalk pen mark here. Okay. And then angle in, woo, come back down. There we go. Trying to figure out what we're gonna have for dinner. I'm getting hungry. Okay, now that I have my 2 lines marked, I believe we are ready to go. Okay, so I just realized I'm gonna have to get out the other sewing machine because I can use the serger for the neckband, but this I can't. Because it's actually stitched on the outside of the fabric. Hey. Okay. I can lay that up there, and I can take this, and what did I do? Oh, there's my neckband. And I'm gonna carry this over to the other area, and then I'll come back for the phone. It's probably gonna shake and we're gonna move. So close your eyes. Whee! And don't look at my dirty space.
And don't look at my feet, people.
You can't see your feet because I got it up high. We're walking back. And Nikki, you getting an eye full of all of my fabric. And then we're gonna go right here. And I'll have to adjust the camera, I'm sure. Don't look at my mess. Dirty, I'm just
His face itself.
Wow, it's not really dirty. I just got stuff everywhere. All right, so I don't need this. I was going to use this machine to do the bat wings just because it was set up already. But I can't use it. So it only does a straight stitch, and I need a stretch stitch that is not my serger. So my child has been
I'm tired
eating
of doing this.
candy.
I hate school projects.
All right.
But it's okay, because
Hold one moment.
does this look okay? I'm so tired of it. Man, I still gotta do it. Is what I said. Green. Man, should I have red?
All right.
Black, wherever it's at.
We have power. Breaking out the SE325. Or not, because this one doesn't have the bobbin case in it that is in the other. Hold, please.
Again. Oof. Guess that makes more sense.
Okay. There we go. Yes, I have 2 of these. So my mom decided she wanted one.
When she was still sewing.
Do you have a black bobbin?
Me?
Mhm.
Check. I think there might possibly be one in there.
Or just a plastic bobbin will be fine?
No.
Oh.
But I have this purple one you can empty because my bobbin thingy is at Dad's house.
Oh.
Because these are all the bobbins I have in here. Oh, wait, hold on. This one, I think this brown one's more empty.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I found one. It was hidden.
Thank y'all. When's the last time y'all saw one of these?
did you get this from?
It's in me.
I have to go see.
All right. I have a bobbin, and I have power, and I need a spool thread. So I usually keep mine in, I have the travel bag that I keep them in, but my, I had the SE 325, or no, 350, and I bought it 13 years ago, and I was in love with it, and it does sewing and embroidery, and I was pregnant with Chloe. That's how I remember how long ago it was. And I was going to teach myself to embroider and applique and make all the things, and I did.
And she's really good at embroidering.
Hush.
I'm stealing them your secrets.
But then I loved it so much, my mom decided she wanted one. So my brother and I bought her one for Christmas, and she never used it. She never even took it out of the box. So I took it. But they didn't make the 350 anymore. But they had the 425, which is what this is. But I damaged like the little bobbin wheel that it's like the casing almost, that the bobbin sits in the 350, and I need to have it fixed, or well, not fixed, it's a part, so I need to just buy a new one. All right, let's see. So first things first, and you don't need a serger even for this. I mean, for any knit, it's faster, but you can totally do it on a domestic, especially as long as you have a domestic that has stitch selection function, where it has multiple stitches and not just a straight stitch. So all I'm doing right now is prepping to sew those lines that we marked on the outside. So I'm just clipping my points together on my bat wings. So that I know my fabric is lined up. Oh yeah, you probably can't see that. Let's do this. Whoop! There we go. So there's my point. Just matching it up, shaking it. And then I'm gonna put a clip there, and there, and there. And then, let's see. 75 minutes. Okay, we're still okay.
You only have 75 minutes.
No, 75 minutes is how long we've been live.
Oh. So we've been live for about an hour?
An hour and 15 minutes.
Excuse me.
Let's see. Okay, got one more side to do over here. So when I was talking about lining it up, you can kind of see how that overlaps. So I'm just taking my fingers and just kind of rubbing that up to where they meet.
No.
And then putting a clip on there. Because we're gonna, after we stitch our lines, we're gonna come back and we're just gonna stitch along those curves just to hold these two pieces of fabric together. Now I'm assuming that we need to leave at least one of them open for an armhole. So I probably didn't need to clip all the way up. All right. This is gonna be so cute. Like, I said something to, I think it was Brittany about, or Brittany and Lauren about making this pattern. And it's, like I said, free pattern. And then I was like, oh, what fabric am I gonna make? And then I walked over to my shelf and I was like, I have a fabric with bats on it. It needs to be a bat top. All right. Now let me find my pink line. Here we go. And now, so I'm gonna turn the machine around where you can see the display. I think, maybe. And, whoop, okay. My machine is digital and it has a, like, it shows you all of the stitches that it does right here on this chart. But 5 is the one that looks kind of like a lightning bolt. Hey, Rhea! And then 7, 8, 9, and 10 are all versions of a zigzag stitch, so any of those would work as well, but we're going to use 5, so I just touch it. And then it like automatically sets the stitch length and width and all of that, and you don't have to do anything. And now we can, so I have my line marked over here on my front side of my fabric, and I'm going to just put my needle going down that line. And I'm gonna slide this back a little more. And I don't have a foot pedal, it's just gonna stitch itself when I hit the green button. Except for, I probably should have tested it on a scrap first, because it looks like well, I could have just started too close to the edge too. I got, oh, I probably need to change my needle. I bet that's what it is. Because that does not look pretty. I tested a pattern for P4P like a month ago, I think it was. And I made it was a hoodie, and I made Emily and I, well, she's got a dress and I've got a hoodie. But it was 100% made on the serger, which is nice. I can't even tell you, well, I don't think I've used this machine since Christmas last year. So.
What about when you made all those clothes for Amy?
No, I used my serger.
Oh.
Rio, what you been up to? Making a bag? There we go. I think I finally got it that time. You have to be careful with this. Getting the yard ready for winter. We did that a couple weeks ago where we brought all the banana plants in the house, and I got 2 small house plants on the cabin front porch that I need to bring inside, but the last couple days it's been so warm here. Okay, I'm gonna walk over to the table and get me a scrap and be right back.
I know this is supposed to be red, but I don't really care right now.
And I'm gonna change my needle. No. It was 90 degrees here. Well, I think, Rhea, you know that. I already told you that. There we go. And
Thank God I'm done.
I felt like we just skipped straight over. Excuse me. I just feel like we skipped straight over fall right here and went to winter, but then now we're back to summer. These are the needles that I use in my domestic for sewing with knit. It's a stretch needle, and this particular one is a 7511.
Can I show them my project?
Yeah.
Hello.
Chloe's gonna bring her poster over and show y'all.
Okay. Can I tip my video?
Oh, you're making it shake. There. That's the best I can do for you.
Well, scooch over then.
Oh.
This is it. And now I gotta tomorrow I'm going to fill in the boxes with the stuff from the book, so I have to take it back to school because I don't have the book with me. And Mom's gonna write the title on it. So yeah.
Beth says it looks great. Where's your frog blanket?
It's inside the house, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, it's at Dad's house in my bed where I sleep with it.
All right.
And thank you. I spent the entire time since Mom went live on this. You might want to move it back now. That way they can watch you. So.
Yay! There we go. Okay. Let's see. I think that's a good view. So that's what that stitch looks like. Now, we're going to try that again. When I find my lines again. It must be on the other side. Yep, okay. When in doubt, re-thread and change your needle.
I'm gonna go in the house real quick and then I'll be back out here and I'm gonna work on my candles.
Let's see. I don't know how much of this y'all can see. I'm gonna try to adjust the angle just a little bit without knocking the phone out of the mount. Okay. Maybe. We'll see. It's gonna take a second for it to catch up. So I'm just sewing that stitch straight down that line that I drew. And of course, my line was 9.5 inches in or out from the center. But your line would be 1/4 of whatever your high hip measurement is. And just repositioning my fabric so it stays smooth. Come here, Marlena. Well, come here. Oh, that's much better. I had the speed down. Yeah, come on. Marlena says hi. She made an appearance in my marathon video. She is all purrs and a little bit of murder muffins. She has some really sharp claws. But she is purring up a storm. I don't know if y'all can hear her. Marlena is Mango's wife. I think I've told y'all that. Okay, get down. Get down. All right, now, just snip my thread right here. And I'll snip my thread on the back right here. And you can barely see, but there's our line. Now we're gonna come over to the other side and do the same thing. Oh, I turned my speed down. Whoops! I was like, what happened? Very little winter in Texas. See, now I disagree. Well, I guess it depends on what part of Texas, Roberta. Because I had, let's see, 2015, from September to Christmas, I lived in Fort Worth. And it was following Hurricane Katrina. And I left New Orleans with flip-flops and shorts and got to Fort Worth and it snowed. All right, so now we have that done. Okay, I'm gonna come back over here and we're going to leave this fur. So, all right, here's our neck. And so if you come across from the neck, this is your shoulder and your sleeve. So this first one is gonna be your armhole opening. So we're not going to do anything with that first cut. Now we're gonna take and sew from our point all the way to the next point. And then we're gonna go around each one until we get to that line that we sewed. And that's going to keep our wings together when you're wearing it. You could leave them apart if you wanted to. It just means that they would flap open. So.
Spatula, bowl. Bowl that won't melt because it's glass.
I think I'm going to, oops, no, I'm going to start right here. All right. There we go. Marlena had to come tell everyone hi. Yep. Although she's talking to a rare occurrence, Roberta. It was a new experience for me because at that point I had lived in. Oh, I didn't realize that the machine is making the camera shake. I don't know if that'll be any better. At that point, I had lived in New Orleans for 2 years. And, I mean, we get snow in Alabama. More ice than snow, though. And so we went from really warm weather to snow. Let's see.
Did you hear me? Where's the melting plate?
I'm
not in this
not
box.
100% sure.
It was on my table, but this isn't the right box.
I don't know. All right.
What the heck?
Now, oh, yeah, I lost my steps again. All right, one more on this side, and then we'll go to the other side, and then we'll do the neckband.
Where the heck did it go?
Let's see.
Oh, I found it. It's in here.
I'm playing with the
Took it out
stitch.
of the box and put it in the door.
That is much better.
I almost just sat on a cat.
I'm so used to sewing on my Juki that I keep forgetting I need to mash the button. This machine has a pedal if you plug it in, but I'm not using it. All right, now we're going to skip over to the other side of our side seam. And now we can stitch our wings on this side. So Beth told us her goals for 2025 as it relates to her sewing, which was to get better with her rotary and use a serger. And Nikki has aspirations to buy like 4 different large pieces of equipment. Roberta, do you have 2025 sewing goals? Feels weird to be talking about that. We're gonna blink and it's gonna be Christmas.
It literally almost is. We only have like a week and a month and 25 days.
Chloe's over here counting down the days.
Hold on.
She says a week and 25 days.
Hold on. No.
A month. No, a month.
How many days till Christmas? 59 days. That's not a lot.
It's not. I guess I better start Christmas shopping.
You haven't started Christmas shopping yet?
Not this year.
What the heck, Mom?
How about your present?
Well, yeah, but I already know what that present is. And that's to go see Brittany.
Rita's gonna be there too.
Oh, she is?
Yeah. I would like to actually make at least one of every acrylic template I have.
Wait, is Leah gonna be there as well?
I don't know. Then they sit there. Hi, Melissa. Nikki, I'm with you. I'm all about the Halloween. Look, let me show you. I don't know if you can see it. Here's my Halloween bucket. And then this was full of candy, but I guess Emily has eat it all. But I have another one of these in purple in the house, and it is full of the Halloween edition, as I call them, Twizzlers, that are my fave. Oh, there's one in here. These. Because these are better than the original. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll eat any Twizzler, but these are better.
What are they?
Full of something other than candy.
Oh, those ones?
Yeah.
Those ones are always soft
Mm-hmm.
and stuff.
What would you fill it with, Nikki? Like, would it be a food item or would it be a sewing item?
What did you do with the candle blocks that we bought? These smell so good, Mommy.
Okay. So I can take these off because we're not sewing there. Oh, we got to wrap this up, Chloe.
Why?
Well, we got to leave in 15 minutes.
What? But I wanted to make a candle.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. What'd I do with my neckband?
I've already stored it.
All right. Since I'm on this machine and it has... Ooh, I like some yogurt-covered pretzels. I'm on this machine. It's already set up. I don't have black thread in my serger. I'm going to just continue using this. So, for our neckband, we are going to stitch that short edge using that same lightning bolt stitch. And then we're gonna
That was easier than I thought.
open it up.
I guess I need to turn this thing
And then
on.
I'm going to fold that seam together right here and put a clip on it. And then we're gonna fold the whole thing in half, widthwise, lengthwise, I don't know, whatever, so that it makes a circle. And then I like to let this one hang at the bottom, and I put my finger up here at the top, and then I just pinch it. And that is the center front of our neckband. So I'm just going to put my clip there. And then I will match up my clips and let this, it came unfolded. I will match up my clips
These weeks came out so easy.
and put my clip in there. Flip it over. Well, You want these to be lined up too. So matching my 2 centers, put my clip in, and now we have our neckband quartered into 4 pieces, right? And that's going to be really important because this neckband is not going to be as like the diameter or circumference or whatever you call that is not as large as the opening of our neck hole on our top. So we want to make sure that when we attach it evenly. So I'm going to add clips to the 2 parts of our shoulder seam. And then because this is just a circle, so it's the same. We're going to open that up and match up those clips. Now you could use straight pins or mark it or whatever. I'm not going to clip it like we would traditionally do with bag making. Even though it won't fray, I just don't want that. If I was using my serger, it probably wouldn't matter as much because it would be, the edge would be covered. But since I'm just using my domestic, it won't be. All right. Now, I'm a little weird. It's okay. I can admit it. I like to do mine inside out. So I'm going to turn it, and then I'm going to put my neckband inside. Now, our pattern, or in this case, the front and the back are identical. So it doesn't really matter which way we do it. But I normally will put my seam on my back. So I'm just going to line up those 2 sections. Let's see if I can turn this down a little more so y'all can see. That spot where I had my clip for the center back, I'm gonna put my seam there. And then we'll come over to our center front with our center and make sure this is like not twisted or anything. And then we're going to line that up and clip it. And then we'll do the same thing until we get all 4 clipped. And then we'll go in and we'll ease our remaining fabric of our neck opening into our band. And it will make sure that that fabric is not like all bunched up in one area or stretched a lot. Yeah, honey.
Lily said that she can do 6 o'clock if it works better at 9 o'clock.
Okay, that'll work. All right, so now I can put my hand inside of my band and I can kind of pull this a little bit. You don't want to like really pull it, but I'm just giving it a tug to kind of stretch that out. And then I can take and line up the edge of my neck opening with the top edge of my, like the raw edge of my band. And you can see how, like when I'm not pulling, it has a gape, but when I pull it just a little bit, it lays flat. And that's what we want. We want it to lay flat. It's not going to lay flat unless you're pulling on it just a little bit, but you don't want to have to pull it like a lot. If you're pulling it too much, then you probably used too big of a seam allowance when you stitched your short edges together, or you didn't cut your band long enough, which is what I would have run into when I cut that other band, because it would have been way too short. And then we're gonna clip those together. And then we're just gonna repeat that same process for each section each of the 4 sections. And we wanna make sure that we have all 3 of those like raw edges lined up, because we want them to be even. I think y'all can see okay. All right. And then we're just gonna keep working our way around. Sundays and Wednesdays are usually my best time to go live. I think I might like come up with a catchy title for Sundays to do like a clothing pattern live so on Sundays.
Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Sundays. Sundays.
But that doesn't tell you it's clothing. Okay. Now that I've got that all clipped together, I like to find my neckband seam, and that's where I like to start. And I'm going to put that seam under my presser foot, and when I do, I'm going to pull this just a little bit so you can see those wrinkles when I'm like relaxed, but when I pull it, it flattens out. Best Dress Sundays. Go Beth! And then once I get that under my foot, make sure that that stays lined up. Whoa. You might want to slow down just a little bit for this. And maybe one day I'll learn how to make clothes and then sew along with you, Nikki.
That's fun. It's melting. Finally. Progress. Do you have a tissue over there? Actually, let me just find paper towel.
We're almost done, Beth. This is the last step. After I sew this on, we're done. So there are really awesome directions in the whoops, I got off there. There are really awesome directions in the pattern, like on the blog for this pattern. And it has lots of pictures and all the things. There may be a video recording on the blog, but I don't know. I know they have some videos, but it's not like normal do this and then do this. Some of them are, but not for like it is with the back patterns like we're used to. Okay. So now
This is really fun.
Chloe is making a candle right now, and it smells really good because she's melting the wax down.
I can't smell it, but she says it smells good, so we're going with it.
I'm just clipping out a couple stitches because I lost my lineup right there.
My mixture is in the making. Okay.
Let's see. Well, apparently I need to clip out a couple more. What's Emmy doing?
I think her and Shane are taking a nap, to be honest.
All right. Maybe I got it that time. I was so excited that I was almost done that I, forgot what I was doing. So.
Isn't that what's supposed to happen though?
All right. Let's try that again.
Spooky. Scary skeletons.
Trying to make sure I stay lined up, so I'm starting and stopping. If I was making it on my serger, I'd be done already. I had fully intended to have like the serger like threaded and set up and ready to go, but then I also didn't realize that the front, like where we stitch the waist seams basically, that I would need to do on my domestic. I don't know what I was thinking. It's actually a really fun pattern to make. I'm happy. Uh-oh. I broke my thread. I don't know what I did, but I broke it. Let's see. Rethread. Oh, it looks like it just got a bad spot in the thread. If I start doing Sunday lives making clothing to use up fabric that I have had in my stash for apparently 8 or 9 years now, that would give me like an excuse to buy all of the like serger threads from Wizardry to go in my collection, right? And then I won't be using this cheap serger thread. And then I could have fun colors like candy corn and well, actually I think I have fairy cloth. But candy corn and ube and
I think we have both. Yeah, we have both kinds of fairy floss.
I think we have like every kind of fairy floss.
We do. I know we do. It's our favorite. Thanks to Melissa. And the rest of the wizardry team.
My birthday is in December too, Nikki. So if it's not a Christmas present, it could be a birthday present.
It's November or December the 15th.
All right. It is all stitched together. Let's see. Wow. First I thought I sewed the like center closed at the bottom, but I didn't. All right.
My fingers are
Although, I don't know that I can get this joker on. I may have like put my lines too far angled in because this is like narrow.
Mom, you're the definition of narrow.
Yeah, but look, baby. Let's see.
Wait, is it a skirt?
No, it's a shirt.
Oh, it looks like a skirt. The way you just held it up. And I need to blow my nose.
I was gonna like put it on over my shirt, but I don't know if I can even get it on, period. I'm still looking.
Well,
yeah.
If it doesn't fit you, we can always give it to Emily when it'll fit her eventually.
I'm scared I'm gonna bust my stitches.
It's okay.
Yeah. I may have to pick a few of them out. I don't know if I don't know if I just went up too high or I didn't angle out far enough. I did what the pattern said.
Once handles are clean. Time to clean the other one.
Let's see. I'm just gonna pop a couple of these stitches right there. I don't want to pull it because I don't want to risk running a chance of tearing a hole in my fabric. But anyway. Let's see. Maybe I just went up too high. We're gonna go with it. It sounds good.
Does it smell like candles?
If not, I guess I can send it to Beth. Yes, it smells like a candle.
Does it smell good?
Mm-hmm.
I can't smell anything, so I wouldn't know.
Okay. What am I doing? Okay. Let's see. Beth, do you need a bat top? Ooh. Okay. Don't judge. Let's see. Because I still have my hoodie on. I probably should have estimated a little more on that.
Hello,
Let me see. Ceiling. Let's see. Oh! I need the foam fall out. Let's see. I need like a different mount. All right. Clearly, I needed to add a little more inches because my top is a tight. Now, it might be okay once I take my hoodie off, but
Ow.
anyway, I'm trying to back up enough to where you can see. A Peter Pan collar. I don't know what that is, Nikki.
Oof.
She tight. But it might be okay when I take my hoodie off. Let me see. Look at the bat scallop. Woo!
Oh my gosh. I can just imagine you flapping your arms around running through the house.
Into a dress too. Ooh, Nikki, yes, a dress. So yeah.
This is so cute.
I feel like I probably should have measured at like 10 inches.
You know what you could do?
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about, Nikki. So anyway. But yeah, and then I probably need to press my neckband. I think if I had went with like 10 inches on the side, and I definitely didn't need to come up that high unless it's supposed to be this fitted, but you know. Also, I don't know, right? Let me see if I can tilt it down just a little more. Because you can see my sweatshirt all bunched up in there. But right here on this point, I feel like that would have been like a good place to like start with your measurement and just angle up a little bit from there. I think that's mostly what my problem is. But yeah, there's our Gone Batty top.
I can't smell it.
Yes, Nikki, there you go. That could be your goal for 2026 to get, you know, another machine. Anyway, all right.
So now we're making goals for 2026. It's not even 2025.
Thank y'all for hanging out with me on Sunday afternoon. Let me know if I should make Sunday clothing lives a thing. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.